Okay, well, welcome everyone. We'll just put this on record so that we can have a little bit of extra education if we need to afterwards. Tonight we're discussing the marketing plan, and we're just talking, the main product that we'll be talking about is just the box, one box of fruit and vegetable capsules. I need you all to have your marketing plan diagram handy. Now, some of you may get slightly lost with this, but the more that you either sit with me or go over this call, it will click. I'm sure we've got Ron on the call as a guest tonight, and I'm sure you will agree, Ron. I remember in the early days, yep, I really get it, and then I wouldn't really look at it that much, and then a couple of months later I think, oh, no, that bit's gone. It
Absolutely.
is meant to be overwhelming. So I'm going to try and do it very succinctly and very just easy steps. So you get paid several ways. So I want you to write a few things on your marketing plan, because I believe this is where I've been successful in making people understand it. So where you see retail profit, just understand that that is the retail profit on a box of Juice Plus. Someone who's brand new in the business gets just as much retail profit as a national marketing director does. Okay? That never differs. So that first column across is retail profit. Then you will notice, you'll see under the direct VF, it talks about a 4% commission. And then the next one says 5% and 4%. And the next one 5 and 5 and 4. That actual column where it says earn, I want you to write down earn product commission. Okay, now one thing I want you to hear and understand is the company must give away 14% product commission. On this box of fruit and vegetable capsules, I do everything, I round it to 10 so it's easy for you to understand. Maybe a little bit more, a little bit less. The retail profit, whether you're a brand new person or an NMD, is $40. Okay? And then I've just finished saying that the company has to give away 14%. I'm going to go through that in a minute. But going further down, you'll see another little column that says structure required for promotion. And you might want to put in brackets in there, franchisees needed. It sounds very basic, but when there's a lot of jargon to understand, it can just be what makes the penny click. Okay, so you've seen the structure as it goes across. Go a little bit further down into the first box. See where it says performance bonus. I want you in front of performance bonus to write team performance bonus. And after team performance bonus, just put a little 4%. So all we're doing, we're actually highlighting some headings of sideways columns. Everyone with me? I want you to ignore the qualification options, because most of you know that you qualify with having $1,800 go through your business, but there are some other ways to qualify. We're not even going to discuss that tonight. It's not necessary to go into all those things. So just ignore that for a moment. I want you to go down to the second box, and I'll explain it later on, but I want you to call that sales coordinator promote out bonus. And again, ignore the qualification options for now. Then the last box, business incentive bonus, or in brackets, expense account. Then something that a lot of people don't understand or know, you'll see a tiny little box down the bottom right-hand corner, and it says commission qualified, 225 PV each month. So if you're going to earn any commissions on your team, you have to be seen to have at least one box of Juice Plus go through your business. That's all that means. So just refreshing you there, how we get paid. We get paid retail. This is apart from bonuses. This is the long, good old marketing plan, and bonuses are extra. We get paid retail profit. We get paid product commission. We get paid team performance bonus. We get sales coordinator promote out bonus. And we get an expense account, or BIB, business incentive bonus. So that's all that jargon sideways stands for. Okay, remember I said to you we all get $40? We just sold one of these. So the company must give away 14%. If you go just in the first bit at the top and you go across to sales coordinator, you will see that 5 plus 5 plus 4% commission equals 14. Everyone just thumbs up if they've seen that. Directly under where it says sales coordinator. If you tally all that up, 5 and 5 and 4 makes 14%. Then just look sideways and notice that the product commission for a senior sales coordinator, a Q, and an NMD, they're all 14% as well. So you've probably heard people say, when you get to the top commission level at sales coordinator, that's what it's meaning. No one gets any more product commission than a sales coordinator does in that category. Okay. You'll see that as a virtual franchisee, when you just signed your application, you're entitled to a retail profit of $40 and there's no product commission. Then when you're promoted to direct, you again get that $40 if you're entitled to it. You've sold a box. And wow, you get 4% commission. Now, Miss Figures Bronny might say it could be something like $8.72 or whatever, and 5% is about $11. But remember, I'm rounding everything to tens. So even 4% or 5%, I'm calling 10%. It's just easy. So basically, your retail profit is $40. The maximum of 14% is actually $30. It's 3 lots of $10. Now, I'm seeing you frowning a little bit, Tanya. I don't want to leave you behind, honey. Are you okay there? You're okay? Fine. Beautiful. Okay. I'm going to give you an example here because I think this is what can help. Xavier, I just want you to pretend you're a direct. I know you're way more than that. You're a senior direct, but just pretend you're a direct. So you're a direct, you're entitled to retail profit and 4% DBF commission, correct? If you look at the diagram. So you're under Nicole Stewart, who's a sales coordinator. So if you sell that box of Juice Plus, fruit and veggie capsules, the company's going to give you 4% or $10. But the computer says, but hang on, I've got to give away a full 14%. Who's above Xavier? So above Xavier is Nicole Stewart, and she's entitled to the full 14%. But we've given 4% to Xavier, so that's 10% that we're going to give to Nicole. So if it was a different example and Nicole wasn't so clever and she wasn't yet at sales coordinator, let's say Nicole is at senior direct. So Xavier gets 4%. Nicole's entitled to 9%, but Xavier has already got 4%. So Xavier's getting 4%. Nicole will get 5%. The computer says, but I've got to give away 14% and I've only given away 9%. So now it's going to give 5% to whoever is above Nicole, which would be Hillary. You understand that, guys? I know that's not your real positions, but the company must give away that 14%. Okay, so then you'll see the next thing where we say people structure, franchisee structure required for promotion. You don't need anything for virtual franchisee. You don't need anything for direct. But you do, and don't need anything for senior direct. So imagine if you were a Dr. Tamara Hunter and she didn't want to build the business with franchisees. She didn't get the idea of multi-level marketing. She didn't like it. She didn't want to be seen to be doing that. But she had hundreds of customers who would benefit. So we can get our health professionals who don't want to build a team I'm not sure if there are any, but let's say there were, they can get to that senior direct 9% retail profit plus 9% and make a really nice income just through a customer base alone. Okay, but if they want to go, if we all want to go further to sales coordinator, that's when it starts. You've got to have 3 people in separate legs who need to be at that direct virtual franchisee spot. Is everyone with me? Thumbs up. Yep. Okay, beautiful. Okay, then you'll notice if you go past the structure, above the structure, you'll see BIB. I'm not going to discuss that yet. Just know that from senior sales coordinator on, you're entitled to BIB. But don't worry too much about that at the moment. Let's go down to team performance bonus. You notice that until you get to senior direct, you can't earn team performance bonus. And remember, to earn team performance bonus, you have to have a business that's got $1,800 volume going through it in the month. So can anyone unmute themselves and tell me what your 1,800 team performance bonus is made of? What do you count? Can anyone do that apart from Bronnie? Okay, a lot of you know this, but you're not trusting yourself. Okay, it's made up of anything that you order, even if it's wholesale, any of your personal preferred customer orders, if you've got an order for yourself, your own preferred customers, and anyone under you who's at the virtual franchisee level or the direct virtual franchisee level. All of that, so you can understand it doesn't matter if someone in your team doesn't want to be a high flyer. They are so valuable to count. If you haven't got a lot of customers yet, they are so valuable and they count to going towards your 1,800. Thumbs up if everyone understands that. Okay, right, we've got that. So that team performance bonus gets paid from when you're a senior direct. And you notice that 4%, when you're a senior direct, it's saying it gets paid down 3 generations. And this is where you may get confused, and please tell me if you are. That is talking about getting paid down 3 qualifying generations. If we had 6 people, and the first 2 people were just gorgeous, but they didn't do much, and the third person got 1,800 for the month, and the fourth person did, and the 5th person did, if at that level, senior direct level, you're going to get paid right down to that 5th generation. It could go 60 people deep until it hits the 3rd team member who's a qualified generation. You might have lots of people who are just doing it slowly. But then again, if you have 3 stars, if you have Natalie Baldock, Tamara Hunter and Bron Hunter, and they're all qualifying legs, qualifying generations, that's where that will stop if you're at senior direct. And so on. So if you...
Hilary, can I ask one question on that? So when you say you get paid 4%, let's say on Bronnie, do you get paid 4% on her total volume per month? What's 4%?
Yeah, get paid on her total volume. Right down to, and Tamara as well. Tamara, Bronnie,
so whatever goes through their business in a month, whatever goes through their business.
Correct.
So it could be quite a lot then.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And you know, okay. Bronnie's got a team that goes very, very deep, and she values all of them and loves on them and helps them, but some of them she doesn't actually get paid on.
Yeah.
Because they go so deep. So if she's got 5 stars, or say she's got 7 people deep, and at least 5, and number 7 is the 5th qualifying generation, but they might go even deeper. She loves on them, but she doesn't get paid. And it's in your interest. Why is it in Bron's interest to look after those people? Someone might fall out of the business and they might come up to being a paid generation. Is anyone... Sorry?
Can I add to that, Hill?
Absolutely.
Because that has happened to me, Nicole. where there's been people in the middle that have basically decided that for whatever reason that this business is not for them, then those people under them roll up, okay? Or someone down further, and I'm at, say, 4 qualifiers and I've got the 5th, but someone in there that normally qualifies for some reason didn't. So it goes down again.
So everyone's valuable. Is anyone a little bit lost, or they're getting the gist of it? Remember, you don't have to go and do an exam on this. We just want you to be starting to understand it. Is anyone a little bit lost? Please be honest if you are.
No, you're doing a great job, Hill.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so then it goes on and on, right over to a national marketing director gets paid right down to, oh, so does a Q, 5 qualifying generations. Okay, let's go to this promote out bonus. So we're calling it a sales coordinator promote out bonus. Put in brackets after that, guys, 2%. Now, this is an interesting one. Until you're a sales coordinator, you don't get paid this. And it's 2% down to your sales coordinator's open. So am I correct there, Bronnie?
I'll probably
explain that one better.
Okay. POB is a bonus. It's a bonus because we have promoted somebody to be a sales coordinator in their team. And you are paid that extra 2% on your sales coordinator, who is a POBQ, which is a promote out bonus qualification, on their volume. In each leg that you have, you get paid only on the first sales coordinator and between. Only on that first sales coordinator, right down to the next sales coordinator, but that's all you get paid on. In each leg that you have, you get paid 2%. That's how that works. So you've got to get your people that it's to encourage you to get your teams to sales coordinators, not leave them as a senior direct where you are being paid that 5% difference. It's an encouragement because sales coordinators, their volumes are much bigger than what a senior direct is, that they can go into. Their volumes can be 10,000, 12,000 or whatever, and you are going to get paid 2% on that. So it's an encouragement for you.
And just thanks, Ronnie. Just so you know, in the virtual office, if you go to quick links, you'll find I think it could even be under forms and applications, but it's in there somewhere, is the profit and incentive guide. And on page 5, it actually explains performance bonus, PB, and it explains promote out bonus, POB. Now, what I didn't explain to you there, and I really need to do this distinction because the penny usually drops. Remember I said just a while ago that the 1,800 team performance bonus was made up of you, your orders, your virtual franchisees and your directs. That makes 1,800, you're a qualified business, correct? Okay. Your POB is all those, plus you can count your senior directs as well. Okay? So I can see with Nicole the pennies drop there. And you've probably known this, Nicole. It's just that you have to go through this time and time again to understand it. So it's probably good that it's recorded so that you can go over it again. But you know what? It's far more important to go out and talk to people than to understand this marketing plan.
Absolutely.
This just helps you along the way. And we've had people get to National Marketing Director and they do not understand it. But when they are finally shown it properly, I think, I wish I had known. Because you're going to have some people, Nicole's a prime example. Nicole hasn't fast-tracked to get herself to sales coordinator. We had to understand the marketing plan and getting her to her cumulative volume and with the 3 direct legs. So not everyone fast tracks, even though it's the ideal way. Okay, so now we come down to business incentive bonus. Now, I'm going to explain this my way, and it's a little bit layman's, and it might not be entirely correct, and Bronnie might have a different way, but for all intents and purposes, just so I'm trying to get my new prospect or my new franchisee a little bit excited, here's how I explain it. Business incentive bonus is a percentage you get paid on the commission part of your check. So I use this example. Just say my check this month was $10,000 and $2,000 of that was retail profit. So just put the retail profit aside. So just say I'm an NMD, and regardless of what legs I've got, we'll go through that in a minute. Just say I've got a really good team and I'm entitled to 20% of the commission part of my check. So 20% of that $8,000 would be $1,600. So you can see that it says the maximum payout is $3,000. So can you imagine some of these high-flying husband and wife NMD teams? Even before they get paid on any customers or team, a lot of them are reaping in $3,000 for husband, $3,000 for wife. That's where Craig and I and John and Bron are headed. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? So, you know, before we were talking about qualifying generations? Well, when we get to business incentive bonus, we're talking about separate lines. So, for example, for an NMD to get, actually, let's go back to an SSC because that's more pertinent.
Yeah.
Just say one of you were SSC and you were really excited because this is the first month you were heading to try and get BIB. Just say that you had 2 legs. Say, Nicole, just say you had Xavier's leg and Elizabeth's leg, and both those legs qualified. That means Xavier did 1,800 and so did Elizabeth's team. They're in separate lines. That means you've got 2 PB. Remember, PB is performance bonus. That's qualifying for performance bonus. That means you've got 2 PB legs and you're a little bit fresh and you're not quite up to the POB legs, so you haven't got any POB legs. They haven't quite got up to the 5,000, but you're going to be entitled to 10%. As long as your minimum earnings are 1,000, you're going to get 10% of the commission part of your check. It's a layman's explanation, but that's all you need to know. And Danny Martin would always say, if someone said to him, how do you get paid? He'd say, you get paid real well. And you know what? I have never, ever, ever, ever in 18 odd years had cause to even check my check, my paycheck. It's such a brilliant, and some people will nitpick at first, and I'm sure I should have got this and should have got that, but they're pretty spot on. I tell you what, the person to go to if you don't think it's right, go to Bronnie. I'll handball you to Bronnie. Okay.
No, I think that's all people need to know when it comes to BIB. And you'll get to know this plan as you get to each of those positions. You will want to know how am I going to benefit? What do I need to do to benefit to get that, what it's saying on the marketing plan? So as you get there, then learn it, okay? And put everything in place for that to happen. Absolutely.
Okay, before we wind it up, I've got an exercise for you to do. We've all just been paid, correct? Whether it's a little or a lot, we're all very grateful. I want you to actually order a detailed commission statement. Yeah. And a lot of what we're talking about tonight, you will see, oh, that's why I got that. Oh, that's what that means. So to do that, you go to my, personal data earnings summary.
Yeah.
And you'll see it. One of them says give a summary. You don't want a summary. You want a detailed, comprehensive statement. And you'll see where you get, you know, like, for example, Tanya, you're a sales coordinator. You'll see where you get your 4% and your 5% and your all your percentages that, you know, like if you've got Carolina, who's a DVF, isn't she? Is Carolina a DVF? Tanya's frozen.
Yeah, she's frozen.
So just say Carolina, Tanya's new girl, is a DVF, and Tanya's a sales coordinator. Carolina's entitled to 4% product commission, and Tanya's entitled to the remaining 10%. When Carolina goes up to senior direct, she won't be getting as much. She'll only get 5%. So it's probably all starting now to get to be a bit of Swahili. But if you go and have a look at the profit and incentive guide, it'll talk you through it. And if you do that exercise to see what you got paid and why you got paid it, it's quite fascinating.
And that's where you'll see also in your commission statement, where on the marketing plan, if you look up, as Hill was saying, their earnings, and it says 5%, 5%, and 4%, that's actually how you will see it on your statement. And it will be every customer in your team will appear.
Whether it's installment or upfront, doesn't matter.
Yeah, it all will appear on that commission statement. And being new leaders, I'm suggesting that you print them out each month just for a couple of months so that you can understand how you're being paid, so that that's how you can teach your team.
Yeah, it'll even show you where you're doing your contribution to children's self-study. It shows you everything. It's really a really good insight. Well, I think we'll wind that up now. Sorry, Ron, did you have something to say?
No, I'm just going to say I just love the fact we can trust this company with regard to our commission that we get, because it's every little item is there.
Yeah. All righty. Well, I'm going to stop record.